A new day has begun, and welcome to the intriguing story of Ly Tieu Ca and CEO Hmong. What surprises await today? Join me as we follow and discover the latest developments in this story. Tieu Ca, the girl who struggles daily with a life full of hardships and challenges, always makes the heart of a successful man like him ache every time he sees her. He knows that her life is anything but easy. That constant struggle feels like a cold wind that pierces his heart every time he thinks of her. He wonders if there is anything he can do to give her a better, easier life. Is it possible to help her escape the daily worries and begin a new journey, a fresh start full of hope? Today, Tieu Ca has no idea that something huge is about to change her life. He, the man with a far-reaching vision, decided to take an important step. He, along with his team, visited a piece of land he had been eyeing for a long time. This was no ordinary plot of land. It was a lush green hill where carefully cultivated grapefruit orchards and various types of organic fruits were grown by hardworking, diligent people. This is the place where he saw immense potential. With an area of more than 10 hectares, this piece of land is not just an agricultural plot, but a precious gem that he had been searching for over a long period of time. He knew that this place not only had ideal conditions for producing organic crops, but could also open up a great opportunity to export products to international markets. The delicious grapefruits, the sweet oranges, and the colorful orchards would be a wonderful gift to the world, especially when the products were grown and nurtured according to clean, chemical-free standards, ensuring consumer health. As he stood on this land, he could clearly feel something in his heart. This decision was not just for business, but also a way to change the lives of those around him, including Tieu Ca. In his mind, a strong and clear idea flashed. Why not entrust Tieu Ca with managing this project? Why not let her become the one to oversee the land, nurturing and developing these orchards? This is an opportunity that not only provides her with a stable income, but also offers her a lighter job compared to her current struggles. She won't have to worry about financial burdens or live in uncertainty anymore. Her work will no longer be a heavy burden, but rather an opportunity for her to showcase her abilities and develop herself. Tieu Ca will not only be a manager, but also the soul of this project, helping it grow stronger and reach further. He doesn't just want to help Tieu Ca indirectly, he wants to do it openly and clearly. Everyone will see that he has helped her, but she will not feel guilty or like she is receiving an invisible favor. It will be a sincere, unconditional help, and most importantly, an opportunity for Tieu Ca to freely develop. The wind howled through the lush grapefruit orchards, the heavy fruits hanging from the branches, promising a bountiful harvest. He and the orchard owner stood side by side, each intently observing the land and each plot of the orchard. The space was filled with the green of the trees, but in their hearts, they were full of thoughts and questions about the future of this land. He, with his far-reaching vision, broke the silence, his voice cutting through the still air. Owner, I've heard that with the right care, this land can yield very high productivity, am I right? The orchard owner nodded, his eyes gleaming with pride. Yes, that's correct. With proper care, this orchard can yield between 1 to 2 billion dong each year. Over the years, we have tried our best to maintain it. but the biggest problem is the lack of manpower. Even though the land and climate are perfect, without enough workers, the progress is slow and the potential cannot be fully realized. He nodded, thinking for a moment before continuing. I understand. It seems like the potential here is huge. It just needs the right team and resources to develop further. The orchard owner looked at him, his voice hesitant. You must know, I've thought about this a lot. Even though the land is good, my age is catching up with me, and my health is no longer enough to care for and manage it as I did before. I'm planning to move elsewhere and want to sell this land. I'm offering a price of 15 billion dong. He looked up at the orchard owner, his eyes lighting up slightly as if he had made a decision in his mind. 15 billion dong, that's no small amount. But I believe this is an opportunity that cannot be missed. If I purchase this land, I will find a way to develop it in a different direction. It may require a professional team to manage it, helping to increase production, not just for the domestic market, but also for export to the world. The orchard owner nodded slowly, his eyes tinged with sadness as he looked at his land. I know, the land here has great potential. It's just that I'm not able to maintain it. If you can care for and develop it, I would be very happy. He smiled, responding confidently. I don't just want to buy this land to make a profit. I also want to bring a better future to this land and to the people who produce clean products here. And I hope that with the right investment, we can take the products from this land and make them reach international markets. The orchard owner pondered for a moment, then spoke with a hopeful tone. If that's the case, I will be very happy. I'm sure you will succeed. I believe in your abilities. Their conversation ended in a quiet atmosphere, yet one full of promise. Both of them understood that with determination and the right strategy, this land would not only produce delicious grapefruits, but also serve as the foundation for building a prosperous future. As he walked, he reflected. This project won't just stop at cultivation. It will open up opportunities for her to manage, supervise the production process, ensure product quality, and research modern sustainable farming methods. With Tieu Ca's management skills and attention to detail, this land will surely become a model in the production of organic crops, meeting international standards. This job will provide her with a more stable life, but at the same time, it will offer her the opportunity to develop her career, learn, and build a solid future. Moreover, he hoped that she would find joy in both her work and life, so she would no longer have to face the worries and exhaustion she once did. He thought about how, when Tieu Ca received this offer, she would not only be surprised but also astonished, as this was an incredible opportunity for her. She would be given the authority to take ownership, entrusted with a challenging yet very rewarding job. And he believed that with her perseverance, hard work, and intelligence, Tieu Ca would not disappoint him and would transform this land into a model of success. For Tieu Ca, this would be a major turning point in her life, and for him, this was a decision with deep humanitarian significance, not only helping her, but also benefiting the community, providing stable jobs and growth opportunities for the people here. He hoped that in the future, the grapefruits and other organic products from this land would reach far and wide, bringing pride to the entire region. After a lengthy and thorough discussion, he finally returned to his house. Entering the living room, he leaned back in the comfortable armchair, his eyes still fixed on the small table with the fragrant cup of tea. The entire room was quiet, with only the steady ticking of the clock, like the heartbeat of a decision about to come to fruition. They had been talking all morning with each word carefully chosen, full of subtle implications. Every piece of information about the land, the fruit trees, seemed to be shared by the orchard owner in great detail, as if guiding him into a world of fresh choices and vast potential. He took a deep breath, looked into the orchard owner's eyes, and spoke gently. "Just as you said, this is truly an opportunity that cannot be missed. I have thought it through carefully and feel very confident in this decision." The orchard owner nodded, his eyes lighting up with a spark of joy. "Thank you for your trust. I'm certain this orchard will bring lasting value to you. Every fruit tree I selected is of high quality, capable of strong growth and bearing sweet fruits year-round." The light from the window poured in, making the space feel even warmer. He looked outside, imagining a lush orchard with ripe fruits, and could feel the peace it would bring to his family. "I've heard a lot about this orchard, and my feeling is that this is the right choice. I've decided to finalize the purchase of this land and the fruit trees." After spending a considerable amount of time discussing, carefully negotiating, and agreeing on all the important terms in the contract, both parties finally decided to proceed with the signing. Orchard owner: "We are very satisfied with what has been agreed upon. I believe this agreement will bring great benefits to both sides." CEO Hung: "Indeed, I also have great confidence in this partnership. This will be the beginning of a successful project. Let's sign to officially finalize all the terms." After signing the contract, CEO Hung carefully reviewed all the documents before completing the formalities. He then turned to the orchard owner with a determined look in his eyes. CEO Hung: "As promised, I will transfer the deposit immediately to ensure that everything proceeds as planned, orchard owner. We greatly appreciate your company's seriousness. This deposit is not only a commitment to the timeline, but also a clear signal of mutual trust in this partnership." Immediately after, CEO Hung transferred the deposit to the orchard owner, an amount not to be underestimated, clearly reflecting his firm commitment to the project. This deposit was not just a financial guarantee, but also a testament to the seriousness and absolute trust between the two partners. After signing the contract, he decided to visit Tieu Ca and her child, as was his usual routine. Today, like any other day, she was working diligently from early morning until late afternoon without a word of complaint. She always gave her best, no matter how tough, yet still managed to keep a smile on her face. He knew well that over the past time, she and her child had endured many hardships and struggles. That's why he brought her the type of fruit that both she and her child loved, hoping to ease some of the burdens of their daily lives. He, smiling, handing her the fruit. "Here, you like these, right? Try them and see if they're as good as you remember." She, taking the fruit, her eyes lighting up with joy. "Thank you, really. My child and I both love these. You really pay attention to every little detail." After a while of sitting and chatting, he and she went outside to meet little Han. The warm afternoon air was filled with the laughter of a child as little Han ran up and hugged her mother. He, watching little Han thinking to himself, "No matter how difficult things may be, I will do my best to help her. She deserves a stable job, a better life, without having to worry about things like owing me anything." He intended to share with her about the land he owned and the job opportunity he could offer, but he decided to remain silent. He understood that the time wasn't right yet, and before making any proposals, he wanted everything to be settled first. He wanted to wait until her living situation and her current job were stable before he spoke up. He didn't want her to feel pressured or indebted to him. He wanted everything to come naturally and at the right moment. He, looking at her, gently speaking, "Don't worry, everything will be fine. I believe all difficulties will pass. We'll get through it together." He smiled gently at her, silently telling himself that when the time was right, he would face bigger opportunities with her, helping her secure the job she deserved, without her feeling any burden of gratitude towards him.
CEO Hùng vừa bắt tay vào một dự án mới đầy tiềm năng, không chỉ mang lại những cơ hội lớn cho công ty mà còn mở ra một con đường mới để anh có thể công khai giúp đỡ Tieu Ca một cách trọn vẹn nhất. Đây không chỉ là một dự án mang lại lợi ích cho sự nghiệp của anh, mà là một cơ hội để anh thể hiện khả năng và khẳng định bản thân trong môi trường mới. Dự án này là sợi dây kết nối giữa anh và cô, khi mà anh là một người lãnh đạo tài ba và sẵn lòng giúp đỡ cô trong mọi hoàn cảnh. Liệu mọi chuyện sẽ diễn ra suôn sẻ mà không có vấn đề gì, trong khi tình cảm của anh và cô đang tiến triển một cách rất tốt? Liệu ngôi nhà của cô, ngôi nhà ấp ủ bao lâu nay, đang được lên thiết kế và bắt đầu xây dựng như thế nào? Chúng ta cùng đón xem các tập tiếp theo để biết rõ được liệu anh có hỗ trợ cô để xây dựng một ngôi nhà hoàn thiện như anh đã hứa ở tập trước. Tình cảm của anh và cô sẽ tiến triển ra sao khi mà họ phải đối mặt với rất nhiều thử thách từ gia đình của anh? Bố anh liệu có chấp nhận cho cô đến với anh, và tình cảm của hai người sẽ đi về đâu? Hãy cùng theo dõi để xem tiếp câu chuyện của họ đi đến đâu và có những tình tiết gì đáng chú ý trong tập tiếp theo nhé.